What if one of Hollywood's most polished actors suddenly threw away his clean-cut image and showed up looking like he'd just walked out of a storm? That's exactly what happened when Cillian Murphy appeared in the trailer for his new Netflix film Steve, and fans can't stop talking about it. Gone is the fresh-faced, razor-sharp look from the Oscars earlier this year. In its place, a scruffy, salt-and-pepper beard that makes him look like a man carrying the weight of 1,000 untold stories. But as striking as this transformation is, it's not just about the facial hair, there's a much deeper reason behind it. Transformation revealed. The first moments of Steve's trailer waste no time showing off Murphy's new look. His once clean-shaven jawline is now hidden beneath a thick, scruffy beard streaked with gray, each strand seeming to hint at long nights, heavy burdens, and unspoken regrets. The beard isn't neatly trimmed or styled, it's raw, imperfect, and perfectly in sync with the character he's about to embody. Paired with a wardrobe of button-down shirts, slightly worn suits, and tired eyes, this is a Cillian Murphy we haven't seen before. The polished red carpet star has been replaced by someone who looks like he's been through the kind of battles you don't win without scars. But here's the thing, this transformation isn't just cosmetic. It's the visual key to unlocking the kind of story Steve is about to tell. Why the beard matters. At first glance, the beard might seem like a small change, a simple shift in style for a new role. But in Steve, it's more than just facial hair. It's a silent introduction to the man at the center of the story. Steve isn't a glossy, heroic figure. He's a head teacher at a last-chance reform school, a place where hope is fragile and trouble lurks in every hallway. The gray in his beard hints at years of stress and the emotional toll of carrying other people's burdens. Its unkempt edges mirror the cracks in his own life, mental health struggles he's trying to keep hidden while the world around him threatens to collapse. This is the kind of detail Cillian Murphy thrives on, using a single physical change to tell you everything about a character before he's even spoken a word. And in this case, that unspoken story is about to get a lot darker. Meet Steve and Shy. Steve's world is already on the edge of falling apart. As head teacher of a reform school meant for students with nowhere else to go, he's not just dealing with budgets and lesson plans, he's holding together a fragile sanctuary for kids society has given up on. And then there's Shy, played by Jay Lycurgo. Shy is a teenager caught in a dangerous balancing act between the mistakes of his past and the uncertainty of his future. He's volatile, unpredictable, and fighting an inner battle that's as much about survival as it is about self-destruction. Their lives collide over the course of a single pivotal day, each interaction peeling back another layer of who they are and what they're hiding. Steve sees himself in Shy's struggle, and Shy senses a shared fragility in Steve. But what neither of them realizes is just how much they'll change each other before the day is over. Backstory and style. Steve isn't just another gritty drama, it's rooted in a piece of modern literature that already has a devoted following. The film is adapted from Max Porter's acclaimed novella Shy, a haunting, poetic dive into fractured minds and fragile lives. Porter himself penned the screenplay, ensuring the adaptation keeps the raw, lyrical pulse of the original text. But director Tim Mealance takes that material and folds it into a visual world dripping with 1990s atmosphere, muted colors, weathered classrooms, and a quiet sense of decay that seeps into every frame. The score, by Ben Salisbury and Jeff Barrow, blends haunting strings with industrial hums, creating a soundscape that feels both intimate and unsettling. Every stylistic choice, down to Murphy's tousled hair and the scuff on his shoes, exists to blur the line between the personal and the universal. This isn't just Steve's story, it's a portrait of the quiet wars people fight every day, and how those battles leave marks no one else can see. Release journey. The world won't have to wait long to step into Steve's troubled halls. The film will make its first appearance at the Toronto International Film Festival in early September, where industry insiders are already predicting it could be one of the year's most emotionally charged premieres. From there, Steve will roll out in select theaters by mid-September, giving audiences a chance to experience it on the big screen before its global debut on Netflix on October 3rd. This staggered release feels intentional, it builds momentum, lets early buzz ripple through social media, and gives fans time to dissect every frame of Murphy's transformation before the rest of the world sees it. By the time it hits streaming, Steve may already be riding a wave of critical praise, personal fan theories, and the kind of online debates that can turn a film into a cultural moment. But Cillian Murphy's story this year doesn't end with Steve. In fact, it's just one chapter in an even bigger shift in his career. Murphy's career arc. For years, Cillian Murphy has been a master of transformation, slipping from role to role with such precision that no two performances ever feel alike. Just last year, he stood on the world's biggest stage as the clean-cut, haunted genius in Oppenheimer, earning an Academy Award and cementing his place among cinema's elite. Now, in Steve, he's shedding that immaculate image for something raw, weathered, and unvarnished. It's not the first time he's hidden behind facial hair. Fans will remember his rugged turn in A Quiet Place Part 2 and, of course, the sharp-edged grit of Peaky Blinders. But there's something different here. This isn't about looking dangerous or stylish. It's about looking human in all the ways that aren't polished for a camera. And once Steve wraps, Murphy's not slowing down. He's set to return as Tommy Shelby in the long-awaited Peaky Blinders movie, a role that made him an icon and will no doubt demand yet another physical and emotional shift. Taken together, these choices feel less like random roles and more like a deliberate evolution, Murphy pushing himself further into the gray areas where the most interesting stories live.